Hello, Flosstube. It's been about 2 weeks since my last video, so I'm on schedule for a change. I have some whips to show you. We'll talk about my plans and then a bunch of haul from Needlework Expo. I stopped by my local needlework store today and picked up all of that haul, so there's lots. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome in. You will find on my channel both cross stitch and card making or paper crafting. If it says Flosstube, it's cross stitch. Otherwise, it's paper crafting. So you can choose what you would like to watch. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and let's just get started. I have a couple of new starts. I think this was a new start since last time. So Hands-On Design, they had a stitch along, and of course I couldn't keep up, but I still had to start it. Costume party, and you could get all these fun thread drops. This is the first time I've used thread drops. Look at those fun colors, and they're all with the pattern you got. You could print these out, but I just ordered the floss drops themselves because I knew I wouldn't take the time to print them out and do some punch holes and all that. So here is how much I have done. Whoops. So that is most of part one. There's a shelf underneath, and I don't have a final photo. I can probably find one and insert it so you know what it's going to look like, because it's all of the parts are out now. And we also purchased finishing. You could purchase finishing supplies. So there's a tombstone that I purchased and some rickrack. There's some perforated paper for some bonus designs that came with it. I mean, it's really it was very well put together and a lot of fun. But on part one, there's part of a shelf, but the shelf goes all the way below part 1 and 2. So instead of having to count that many stitches, I'm just going to do part 2, and then I'll know how far to make my shelf. So that's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I like stitching in the season, so I'm having fun stitching fall and Halloween. All right, and I don't have a stitch count on that. I've been working on that at lunch, so I haven't been counting stitches on it for any of the Facebook groups that I'm in. Another whip that I did some work on since I was here 2 weeks ago is the Mini Bouquet Sampler by Jeanette Douglas. And I'll insert a picture of what the whole design will look like. So this is what I have done so far. And then this month, or this last couple of weeks, I've been working on the August bouquet there and the border. So I still need to finish August and do September. We'll talk about that in my plans. And then another new start, I told you I had several new starts, and I have more planned, is this Counting on Love by Silver Creek Samplers. So I'm doing this for a nephew that's getting married at the end of October, and I'll just finish it myself. So if you remember when I looked at this fabric, oh, my needle is going rogue on me. My LNS always puts information up here about what the fabric is, and one place it said 32 count and one place it said 40 count. Well, I can tell you it is 40 count. But this is how much I have done. I decided to go ahead and try it on 40 count, and I do have to use my magnifier when I'm doing it. And I'm doing it with 1 strand of floss. I usually stitch with 2 strands. My preferred is 2 strands over 2 on 32 count. But with my magnifier, I can do this 40 count, and it really does turn out pretty. And it'll make it small enough that I can finish it easily for my nephew. All right, whip go. One of the numbers that was called for me this month was January Garnet Fairy by Mirabile. I have not told you any of the fabric. I even talked about it being 40 count. That one is 40 count Colonial Parchment, and the Mini Bouquet is on 32 count Dead Sea Scrolls. I think that's hand dyed by Stephanie. And then the costume party is 32 count. I think it's Silver Mist by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I apologize. I always forget to do that. All right, so January Garnet Fairy. I'll put a picture in of where it was last time. And this is on a fabric flare. I think it's Lagoon. Yes, Lagoon fabric flare. I saw somebody else do this on a blue and it was so pretty. So I've been working over here. And this one I put in 438 stitches. And I still need to work on it for another 5 hours before I meet my WIPCO goal. My goal for each number that's drawn is to work on it for 10 hours. Okay, and then my last WIP is a new start. I just couldn't handle it. I had to start another Heaven and Earth. This is Home for the Winter. The artist is, I think it's Lucy Pitaway, charted by Heaven and Earth, and I'll put in a picture of what the final project will look like, and this is how much I have done. So I'm doing some new things with this. I wanted to try the Royal Rose, and then I've also so I don't usually park. You'll see that on my Riverwalk charm. I don't usually park, but I wanted to try these Royal Rose. And so far I like it. So I bought some of these little bobbin things just to keep them out of the way a little bit, all those threads. And then you just start over here, stitch over it, then snip them. But I love how I finally can start seeing some cloud come in there. I've decided when I'm doing Heaven and Earth, I like having a plan. When I started my first Heaven and Earth quick stitch, which I haven't finished, I just tried to figure out what color to do next, and I spent more time trying to decide what I was going to stitch next than I did actually stitching. So having a set thing like this, where you pick the next color and you stitch it, either Royal Rose or my other ones I've been doing on diagonal, both of those methods give me a plan for what I'm doing next. Okay, so that's what I worked on in the last 2 weeks. Now let me talk about my plans. So WIPCO, I mentioned I needed to do another 5 hours on the January Garnet Fairy, so I'll probably work on that some this weekend. My other WIPCO, and I forgot to unzip these, I apologize. I'll unzip them down below, maybe it won't be quite so noisy. My other WIPCO is Dressmaker's Daughter. And this is, I believe this is on the called for 32 count milk chocolate linen. This is one of those ones that when it came out, I had to have it right away and I couldn't wait to start it. And I still love it. So this is just where I am right now. So I will need to work on, so I have summer done, except for the beads. I wait and do all the beading at the end. And then I've been working on autumn. So that's what I'll work on this month for my WIPCO goal. So I need to do 10 hours on it. Sorry, there's a thread started here. It's so pretty. I love the colors in this. And once you get the beads, it is going to be absolutely beautiful. So that's my other WIPCO goal. So I need to do that. And then for semi-sane, you pick out a focus piece every month and you're supposed to get 1,000 stitches done on it. And so this month is my Riverwalk charm. So I'll put a picture in of what it will look like when it's finished. I have not worked on it since the last time you saw it, so this is where it was last time. But just so you can see where I'm going to be starting from. And this one I've been converting into diagonal. Again, I like something that gives me a plan for what I'm going to stitch next. And then I saw, I think it was on the Museum Stitchers Flosstube, a new pattern that I found on Etsy. And I'll have to put a picture in of what it looks like now. Or I mean, not what it looks like now, but what it, so far. Oh, and I don't have anything in here I can show you. Wait, I do. In my haul, I have the fabric and some threads. One moment. Yes, so it's called The Haunted Library, and it's by Lola Crow, I believe. I can't show you any of the papers I have because it's the chart, but it's a mystery stitch along, and it actually started in July, but I just saw it like this last week. Yeah, Lola Crow, The Haunted Library stitch along. And so this is 32 count vintage country mocha, and it calls for 36 count, but I don't do 36. So these are some of the threads, just so you can get an idea. And then I have some in floss away bags, but I am probably gonna start that this weekend because it looks so fun. I'm way behind. I probably won't be able to catch up, but I really want to start it. I worked in a library for 15 years, and so when I heard library, I was like, oh, I have to have it. Okay, I think that is, so plans, WIPCO, January Garnet Fairy, and Dressmaker's Daughter. I would like to get the mini bouquet sampler caught up, so August and September, because by the time I do another Flosstube, it'll be October. Riverwalk Charm, I need to get my 1,000 stitches. I want to start Haunted Library, and then I need to do some more work on Counted in Love for my nephew. I don't want to wait too long on that. It goes very quick. Letters and numbers like that go very quick, so I should be able to make some good progress if I just sit down for a night or two and work on it. Okay, that's my whips and my plans. So let's show you all the haul. Like I said, I went a little bit crazy at Needlework Expo. I did not take them out of the plastic, so I'll try and hold them at an angle that you can see them. And they had everything. There were a couple of things that they hadn't gotten in yet, so I may still have some more to show you next time. And it probably won't be in 2 weeks. I'm going to be out of town some. We'll see. Maybe I can do it when I get back on a Sunday, but we'll see. So the first one is Heart in Hand, Pocket Round, December 25th. And I have some of these little, whatever they're called, clay, heartware. So I've got something I can finish it in when I stitch it. And this is Hello Winter by Primrose Cottage. I have the other ones. So she did, this one looks like it will pull out really easily. Spring, summer, fall, and then Christmas. So this is now winter. And I love how they did this on the that polka dot fabric. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, Petty Point gray and white. So I'll probably have to get some of that. This is Heart in Hand, Wee Santa. I should probably do this for my mom. She collects Santas. And you may have seen all of these somewhere else before, but I figured I'd show them to you just in case. This is not from Needlework Expo, but I did not have this one. This is from the Heart Needle Art. It's Freedom Quaker. So I've been collecting all of the monthly ones. And then she's put out some others. I think last time I showed you, I got the bee one and the Christmas one. So this is Freedom. And then I did get, there is a new, here it is, the November one. I love the colors in this. I didn't pick them up. I'll have to see if I have them, but isn't that gorgeous? So only one more of those to come out. And then this is from Ink Circles, Garden of Zig. And this is one of the things that didn't come in. They ran out of floss to send to the shops. And so they went ahead and set the charts, but we're still waiting on the floss. And I think it's Cottage Garden Threads, which I've not ever worked with before. So that'll be fun. And then Little House Needleworks, Peace on Earth. So this one she said she did in a similar fashion as, she has like 2 yellow houses, and I can't remember if there are more like that, but she wanted to do a winter or Christmas one like that. This is Scissortail Designs, Autumn on the Square. I need some little small fall pieces I can do for my dough bowl. I need to be doing a lot of those because my dough bowl doesn't have a lot in it. This is Hands-On Design Autumn Basket. So I think she's done Summer Basket is the only other one she's done. So this is Autumn Basket. Those would look good in my dough bowl also. This is Erica Michaels All Hallows Eve. I just love this. It's like a crossword, but it's Halloween. I love Halloween patterns. And then the Blue Flower, Seasons of the Heart Autumn. I think I have, is it Summer that she's come out with before? Again, another small I could do for my dough bowl. If I would quit trying to do all these gifts, then I could do some of these smalls at lunch. Another Hands-On Design, Stitch Some Happy. I love the colors in this. Another Hands-On Design, Resting Witch Face. So she's had Resting Beach Face, Resting Stitch Face, and now Resting Witch Face. And they're just fun. And I love the way she finishes things. She does such a good job. This one is Silver Creek Samplers, A Perfect Match. I just love the saying on this, and it makes me think of my youngest son. I expect to hear, I don't know, probably in the next 6 months that he's engaged. He's been dating his girlfriend for several years now, and she's lovely. We love her. So for some reason, that one just makes me think of them. So I may do that for them someday when they get married. And then this is the latest in the Tiny Towns. This is Halloween Tiny Town. I have not done any of these, but I love them all. And I did go ahead and pick up the 32 count Legacy that it calls for. We're not done. Let's see. All right. And then another Primrose Cottage. This is Halloween Letters. That one's so fun. And Hello from Liz Matthews, Winter Garden. Colors in this are very pretty. And the last from Needlework Expo is 13 Spooky Smalls. This is also by Primrose Cottage. So it's 13 different patterns. And then I had one come in the mail today. I ordered off of Etsy, and I don't remember which shop I got it in. I'd seen another Flosstuber. I really shouldn't watch Flosstube because I keep finding more things. But this is Modern Folk Embroidery Song of the Nightingale. And I just love the colors on this. And it's done with, I don't have any of these flosses, and I don't know if I can get them. Leo and Roxy floss. So I'll have to see if I can get those somewhere or if I can figure out a conversion that looks similar. But I just thought it was beautiful. And then the only other thing I got, I just happened upon this in my LNS. It's called Boo Boo Brush. I hadn't seen this, but it's to remove stitches. So you snip your stitches, and it says to do it from the back, which I never do, but I'll try it with this. And then you can just take this little bottle thing, it looks like a bottle cleaner to me. You can just take that and rub it against where you've cut the stitches, and it'll just pick up all those little pieces of thread. So I thought I would try it. It seems like it would be really nice to not have to try and pick all those little threads out. So, all right, that is it. I am hoping to do, I mentioned this last time, sometime this weekend, a fall whip parade. I think I mentioned I have so many whips that to do them all in one video is just overwhelming for me. So I'll try and do a fall whip parade. I had thought about doing a kit parade with it, but I have too many kits, so it probably will just be a whip parade. But I will try and get that done this weekend also and filmed and uploaded for you. All right, I hope to be back in a couple of weeks or so to show you what I've worked on next. Thank you for joining me. Bye.